Hey everyone, join my family and I as we visit Peppa Pig's Theme Park in Florida for my son's third birthday and see our experience. I loved how colorful the park was. I thought that it was very cute and eye-catching, and it reminded you so much of watching the show. What I did like was upon entering the park, we did have to go through a metal detector check, so safety, safety. We then went into the welcome center where they gave my son a birthday pin, and we also picked up a park map. Our first stop was Granny Pig's garden, and we had to park our stroller. And as we went inside, I really liked how spacious it was and how safe everything was. So we did see some of the characters from the show, which made it feel so realistic. I'm a big fan of the show as well as my 3-year-old, and I know all of the characters by name. There were cool signs like this throughout the park that I thought were really cute and fun for kids, just a reminder to practice good behavior. Here's Madame Gazelle, and here's Molly Mole. So there's a little maze. It's just an open playground that the kids can enjoy as a part of Granny Pig's garden. So in Madame Gazelle's trail, you find footprints similar to what they'd see on the show. And they lead to the end of a path, and there's Mandy Mouse in her wheelchair, making all of the kids feel inclusive. Going further into Granny Pig's garden, we actually saw a garden where they were growing carrots, and it was like a hill where the kids could climb and also go in and come out on the other side, like a tunnel. It's just so fun and so cute for them to enjoy everything that we would see on the show. My son did get a picture with Grandpa Pig, of course, in Granny Pig's garden. So then we were near Granny Pig's greenhouse or grow house. I'm sorry, I can't remember which it was. And it's just connected to a very big playground where the kids can just interact with little gadgets and things or slides, climb the steps. It was just so cute and safe. The next park ride we did was actually at Peppa Pig's house, and it was the Daddy Pig roller coaster. So all of the rides would have an intensity or sensory level that you can use as a guide, because the park is especially for those with autism, which I thought was really cool. So you'd go through a maze in the line of Daddy Pig's roller coaster, and it raises you because remember, Peppa lives on a hill. So inside was an exact replica of their home. We saw their raincoats, their shoes, their kitchen. While you're standing in line, you're up again on a hill, so you can see a lot of the park. So once we got on the ride, we were like, oh, okay, this is cool. But it was actually pretty, I don't want to say intense because it's not intense, but it was a little bit more than I thought it was. But my 3-year-old enjoyed it, so I know that it is still age appropriate. At the end of the ride, you can get your photos by using the QR code. Our next stop was this open area that was covered, and that was really welcoming because it was pretty hot, so it was shaded, so I liked that. So I used this time to take my little 3-year-old to the potty. Well, not so much the potty. They had a baby changing area, and this was more convenient for me, so I did go in and change my son. It was so clean. There were about 5 or 6 stations, and it was air conditioned, so that was nice. The next ride we went on was the boat ride. None of the wait lines were long. Like, they were actually, they were okay, like short enough for my son not to become impatient. So when we got on this boat ride, it was large enough for at least usually 2 people to get on, but very cute. It doesn't go too fast. It's just a little up and down, round and round. His dad waited in line for the dinosaur adventure while we were on the boat ride. So once we ended that ride, he immediately got on the dinosaur ride, which was pretty cool because it was a pretty big trail. I couldn't capture the video because it goes a little bit deeper into the park, and I couldn't get back there, but he really enjoyed that because it wasn't restrictive. The next ride we would go on was Peppa's Balloon World, and as you can see, it goes up pretty high, But again, everything is still age appropriate. It's nothing that would be at a height level or intensity that would be fearful to most children of the younger age. However, it gives you a good view of the park when you're in this ride. You can pretty much see everything. The park isn't that large, but it is enough to do for kids who are between the ages of 2 and at max, I'd say 5 or 6, to not tire themselves out or become bored. I can honestly say that the admission amount that you pay to enter the park is actually worth every penny based on the size of the park, the number of rides, and the attractions. There's also a water park. I forgot to show you guys, but there's a water park. There's areas that you can ride your bicycle. It's just well worth it. My little guy was getting a little drained out by the heat, and he was getting a little sleepy because we had run into his nap time. He hadn't had a nap. So this was the last ride that we actually got on. It's like a up and down Mr. Bull type something. I know it was a Mr. Bull ride. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it. But he enjoyed that. The last attraction we did was actually the Peppa Pig show, where they actually bring out Peppa Pig because you wouldn't see her throughout the park, and the kids can interact with her, and you can also get a photo with her at the end of the show. That concludes our trip. Thanks for watching.